The love of being out on the water and boating in general has been a love of mine since I was a young man. I've been boating down here in South Florida for over 35 years and have had the chance to run many different kinds of boats. And I can tell you that the Invincible brand has the smoothest, driest, fastest ride on the water, no exceptions.
I discovered pretty quickly that being the fastest one to the first buoy didn't mean much, and learned how to slow the boats down and get the boats running faster. In the end, over the years, we've won actually the last 14 consecutive World Championships and have set every record from about 125 miles an hour to 200 miles an hour. I already had a strong interest in stepped hulls. One of the very first things I did, I dropped out of college to pursue patenting a hull that I had drawn up in college and was really itching to go build for myself and try, and ended up getting worldwide patents on it, issued in 1981. The first job was to do a stepped hull catamaran, and that really became the way that we began to popularize stepped hulls. It wasn't in monohulls, it was in racing catamarans. All of the characteristics of a stepped hull were pretty much understood in the 1920s and 30s, and that was that if you put a brake in the bottom of the hull, you'll break wetted surface, you'll break the inherent suction, and you'll also build in the trim angle that the boat will run at.
What we're known for is our overall boat ride and seakeeping ability, and with that comes the speed and efficiency that you would expect with a stepped hull design.
And so you get the benefit of a boat that runs more steady in a sea. You also get the benefit of a faster, more efficient boat because of the reduced drag by wetted surface and suction. We developed the SVVT hull, which stands for Stepped V Ventilated Tunnel. We applied a shallow tunnel aft of the final step that we gain the lateral area and get a grip on the water back in an area that has gone through lots of separation because of the step. And it does in fact give the control necessary to keep the boat from spinning out and being so driver sensitive. And so we have a molded in ventilation system as opposed to an artificial system, which makes it much more adaptable to be in a pleasure boat. The Invincible hull is the first hull where we incorporated all of the ideas into one. While we were developing the first 36 for Invincible, we realized that we had, with this combination of tunnel and step and ventilation, that we had really found quite a magical mix of them. So for the first time in many years, we decided to pursue patent protection. And in 2012, we issued our first patent, and then in 2014, gained our second patent for the SVVT hull. We were very fortunate that the first boat out of the mold worked without any modification. That boat has been thoroughly tested since then, and we were very pleased with the results right out of the box. Coincidental to the development of the first Invincible, a Navy contract came out with an RFP for replacing the Navy's small boats. From the very beginning, when we saw the requirements for the RFP, we realized that our hull would meet the task. It's proven to be infallible at this point. We're not saying you couldn't spin it out, but we've had Navy tests that were really severe, where they purposely tried to do everything wrong and tried to spin the boat out, and we're not able to do it. We finally were awarded the contract in early 2014. This contract will run 20 years, and it will be the replacement of the Navy's small boats, and all of them incorporate the SVVT hull, and they're all based on the original 36-foot stepped hull that we did for Invincible. It's the first time the Navy has ever accepted a stepped hull in their fleet. And now militaries all over the world, from Japan to France to Saudi Arabia, have signed up for hulls that use the SVVT hull. And I think that validates the hull more than any accolades that anybody could give for a pleasure boat. The Invincible 39 is a second generation development of this hull. This comes as the aftermath of 6 years of working on the U.S. Navy project.
We are all very excited about the launch of the new 39. This is an all-new product for us that is going to fill the gap between the 36 and the 42 opens.
We've increased the dead rise, we've changed the way we do the strakes, the boat's a little bit narrower. We felt the Navy boat was so thoroughly tested that we could go into this boat and predict the results of it, even though it's actually the first time we've changed that design since we did the 36.
Some of the new standout features on this 39 are an all-new console, all-new seat unit. We've made some subtle changes in the look of the boat overall, from a sheer line standpoint and some of the curves that we've incorporated into the boat to give it a much sleeker look and a more modern look. When you factor in the overall quality of the build, using the latest and greatest materials and the latest and greatest methods to build these boats regardless of cost, no one else is doing that these days. This company is constantly evolving. We're striving every day to figure out ways we can make the boat better.
To see where Invincible is now and to look at the quality of the boats and being a part of the very beginning makes everybody in our company very proud. I think that they have certainly risen to the highest standard of what that part of the industry has to offer.
It's the passion that is Invincible Boats. The fit and finish, materials used, construction methods, what we have is a total package that is really second to none. One ride is all it takes to experience the difference.